Hello everyone and welcome to my reaction to Kengan Omega Chapter 171. Before we get into this week's reaction, as always, if you haven't already, you should definitely be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future Kengan Omega uploads. I'd like to try and hit at least 50 likes on this week's reaction. Now then, without any further ado, let's get right into this week's chapter. Looks like we're starting off pretty high pace with Cosmo delivering a left hook to Saw's face. Chapter 171, trigger point. But Saw blocks. Yeah! And he goes in for a left kick. Ooh. Twists up. Oh, it's that same thing that Koga pulled on the shoot wrestler. Kind of. But it looks like Cosmo manages to dodge. And we've got Yamashita and Shen watching. Yamashita looking freaked the fuck out, and of course Shen's is really casual. Did he just change the course of his kick? Since when was Saw Pang such a technical fighter? Good question. Oh, my cat is here. Hello. He's dodging them all, but these attacks are non-stop. How long can he keep dodging? He's clearly improved his striking technique. He didn't make it through the preliminaries just because he's on a roll. Saw Pang's gotten several times stronger. I would hope so. Oh, Cosmo's dodging all those strikes, but then he manages to land my favorite, a cross counter to Saw. It hits him. It hurts him. Cosmo is going in for an elbow? Whoa! Elbow to the back of the head. Interesting choice to use against Saw. Oh, cuts open the, I'm not that familiar with the left way, but you know, that thing that he wraps around his head. He's bleeding. That was a clean elbow strike. Looks like that was what Imai was going for. Hey, Sekibayashi, you figure he was trying to cut him with that elbow? Yes, Jerry, I think you're right. That elbow's not going to do a lot of damage to Saw Pang, given that his skull is several times harder than average, but the bleeding's going to at least have an impact. Ah, yes, of course. Just the right kind of cut above the eye, the kind that bleeds. Yeah, the blood's blocking his vision. This won't be pretty. That's a good move. Oh, yeah, he's having trouble seeing Cosmo. Cosmo goes in for a tackle. Yeah, of course, Saw follows up with a knee, and he intercepts with a right knee. Imai's managed to guard that. Oh, what's this? He did a leg sweep as he fell. He tripped up Saw. Imai Cosmo won't go down for nothing. Ooh. And then it looks like Cosmo's managed to get them into a ground grapple. That was quick. He was going for this all along. I don't like how this is going. Cosmo is unbeatable on the ground. Well, not unbeatable, but I mean, he's like second best in the verse when it comes to ground grappling. He's up there. I mean, the only person we've seen beat him in that is Oma. And Oma is one of the strongest characters, so can you overcome him, Saw Pang? And he's climbed on him in no time at all. He's taken the mount position. Well, looks like we got 19 pages this chapter. That's good. Oh, and he starts hitting him in the face. And he's bringing down the hammer. That's gonna hurt. Weight difference or no weight difference. Imai's moved into his winning formula. This is getting worse. The referees in the Kengan matches have gotten quicker to stop the matches in the past 2 years. You need to act fast, Saw Pang. Oh, yeah, I get what he means. Not necessarily Saw is in danger, but Kengan refs are not going to let fights go as far as they did before. Looking at you, Cosmo versus Okoye. Actually, it's very fitting that Cosmo is here for that, considering he was like the biggest. Either him or Mokichi were the biggest victims of the refs not being fast enough to call a match. You know what your weakness is? It's striking. You've got a smaller than average build. You've still managed to develop a good striking sense, but you're gonna need more power. Yeah, I know, but I'm limited by my frame, aren't I? Exactly, and that's why you need to find the trigger point. What exactly is that, Kureishi? Yeah, just like that. Trigger point is essentially the linchpin of an object. You can think of it as a weak point. If you hit it precisely enough, you can deliver maximal impact with minimal effort. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like this would apply to more than just striking, but yeah. And I think it goes without saying that humans have trigger points too. Obviously, well, on the face, you've got like a bunch of nerve points and stuff. Like, you punch someone in the jaw, it doesn't matter how strong they are. If you hit someone hard enough in the jaw, or in the right place in the jaw, you're probably gonna knock them the fuck out. That's what, Gathering Cloud Triple Strike is based around, is hitting what I guess would be considered the trigger points on the face, the chin, the nose, and the forehead. Oh, beatdown continues. Who would have imagined that Cosmo's become this powerful? This is looking dicey. The referee could stop the match any moment now. Way to go, Cos. Don't stop now. Of course, his opponent's no pushover. Oh, what is it? Not bad, Sapeng. Keeping a tight guard over your trigger point. I can't make an opportunity to transition into a chokehold. I'm just digging myself deeper. Oh, what does Saw see? Cosmo's bringing down the hammer fist again. How is Saw gonna counter? Did he bring up his head? Did he headbutt Cosmo's hand or something? Now. Oh. Yes, he did. He fractured one of the bones in Cosmo's hand. He broke it. Damn it. He worked the timing out. He met Cosmo's hammer fist with his forehead. The human fist was never made for punching. If the delicate bones of the hand collide with a head as hard as iron at just the right time, the head would come out the winner. Hammer of Burma, short version. I see. Interesting. Well, it's clearly got quite a bit less firepower, because if it was the full-on Hammer of Burma, Cosmo's hand would have shattered into a million pieces. Instead, he fractured one of the bones that connects to the pinky finger. That was the hammer against hammer. And did Sapeng come out the winner? Cosmo's still in a more advantageous position, but the fight's up in the air, and Chen's just sitting there snacking on something. This is taking me back. I'd almost forgotten what it felt like to fight. I'm sure we'll get that from him again. Once again, it just goes to show, well, I don't think Shen really fights that many people anymore. That kind of seems like the case. He's busy running the worm and stuff. As little as he does when doing that. But obviously, it's the Kuroki thing again. He's become so powerful that there's no one left he can fight except for himself. He's solitary. Yeah, and that's the chapter. Nice to see us getting a few more pages than usual. I would prefer we get like around 19 pages more than like the 16 that we usually get. I understand it's like a workload thing, but maybe they should just take a few more breaks. I mean, the last break they took was during the Eddie fight, and prior to that they hadn't taken a break in like over a year, I think. So, I don't know. Maybe the Kengan production team should just take vacations a little more often and we'd be able to get more pages out of stuff. Anyway, this fight's turning out pretty good thus far. It's definitely got a few more chapters left in it. It feels pretty nice for us to go back to kind of a longer fight, a match between multiple characters, because it's just been a while, really. Just the stuff with the preliminaries is mostly kind of skipped over. Got a lot of chapters that weren't really a lot of fighting. The Jia thing was only like 2 chapters. Like, Koga fighting Jia was only like 2 chapters. So, getting a fight between these two, who are both pretty strong, and having it last for a while, because it should, they're both on pretty relative terms with each other, is quite nice. Currently, I'm really not sure who will win, to be totally honest with you, which is probably a good thing, because when it comes to a tournament like this, you kind of want to have a degree of uncertainty. It makes it a lot more interesting to follow. But yeah, with that, that's going to be all for this week's reaction. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I do Kengan Omega chapter reactions and reviews every week that we get a new chapter. If you enjoy discussing Kengan Omega with other people, or you just enjoy the content I produce in this channel, I highly suggest you check out my Discord server. I have a link to that down in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Take care.